Good afternoon. I was 18 years old when I first held a bleeding child in my arms. No hospitals and no beds. I was very young, just me in a Red Cross suit and few colleagues roaming the streets of Beirut, looking for wounded people in an ambulance, trying to help them and to take them to the nearest place to take care of them. But I was living in a ward that didn't really care whether I have exams the next morning. So I think about it and I say, well, survival is an instinct, but vitality is a choice. So I'm Dr. Elie. I'm an executive coach, endurance athlete, and a global citizen, and this is my story. I was also 18 when I first was admitted to a university, maybe like you or some of you. I joined the engineering school, one of the toughest in Beirut, but my 5 years of study was not normal, as you have experienced it. I wake up every morning, not in the comfort of my bed, but on a mattress in a shelter, with no water, no electricity. It was a struggle to get ready to go to university. My journey, albeit it was 15 minutes by car, was a completely different adventure. It was more like a Russian roulette, because you never know when a rocket would hit your path while going to the university. Now, coming to university, we had a beautiful building just like that. However, we start in a classroom, but occasionally, since we have a nearby rocket launcher platform, when we hear the rocket starting to go somewhere, we immediately go down to the shelter and we continue studying because retaliation might be coming. So we alternated the day, part of it in the classroom, part of it in the shelter. And that was my 5 years. This whole experience, I reflected on it. I graduated top of my university. I was the honor student, valedictorian. And I reflect, what has made me succeed? I landed a beautiful job. So I look, is it my resilience? Is it my adaptability? Is it my sense of survival? Is it the need to succeed? Is it the focus? Is it the energy? I didn't know what to describe and how to describe it back then. But today, I know this is the birth of vitality. This is the true definition of vitality. Fast forward 2 decades, I traveled 4 continents. I carried different titles, CEO, EVP, CMO, SVP, you name it, I had it. I lived in 12 different countries and experienced life the fullest. I sat in boardrooms, I spoke and presented to leaders, but yet deep inside, something was missing. At 50, I've achieved a lot. I have achieved what really I wanted to complete in my life. But again, I was in a decision mode here. At 50, I had to decide where I'm going to take the next 50 years of my life, hopefully. Do I want to retire and take the easy path, progress slowly, retire and live somewhere relaxed, or take the reinvention route and reinvent myself? And I chose the latter. So I picked up cycling. That's me. I trained with people half of my age. I get dropped. I go back up. I get dropped again. but I never stopped. I kept cycling. Eventually, I made it. Then I learned swimming from scratch. And I picked up running. Why? Because I wanted to run my triathlon. And I want to become a triathlete. So this is a picture of me finishing the first triathlon. Don't be fooled. This thing is for pose only, because I came last. To the point where my wife actually asked the organizer, she was so worried, please send a search and rescue team after him. But I reflect on this journey, and I thought, well, this is what I want to take it to the world and teach leaders across the globe on the new mindset, which is the formula to reclaim your energy, and I call it R.A.W. R.A.W. stands for resilience, adaptability, and worth. So let me break it down for you. So what is resilience? Resilience is not that you just get an onset and then you just bounce back. I had learned the resilience at an early stage during the war. But each one of you might have experienced an onset in his or her life. Could be a failure, could be loss of a job, financial, relationship, you name it, that's an onset. And I'm sure you have bounced back. We've heard the story of loss of a brother. But it's not only bouncing back, it's how you take that experience and grow with it. And I'm saying, do you wait for the storm to come to start working it? Or do you wait for the storm to come and start dancing with the rain? So I'm going to quote Martin Luther King back in 1956, and I love this. If you can't fly, drive. If you can't drive, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. No matter what you do, keep moving. So a question to you. When was the last time you faced an obstacle and it blocked you? You didn't embrace it, you didn't dance with it and learn from it. A stands for adaptability. And adaptability really is trading comfort with curiosity. Adaptability is trading certainty with uncertainty. For me, adaptability, I learned it the hard way. Because coming from 25, 30 years of learning from a corporate side, I had a lot of baggage. I had a lot of ideas, a lot of methods, a lot of systems, a lot of beliefs. And I come to this modern age, and I start putting those old, maybe outdated methods to the practice. And I tell you what, some of them failed. So I had to really identify, be cognizant that some of my old methods won't serve me anymore. I had to shut them off and then unlearn to relearn. And that's my motto in life. And I tell this to all the senior leaders across the world. You need to start unlearning to relearn. So when was the last time you have thought of some of your beliefs, some of your methods or systems that maybe don't serve you today, and you shut them off and you embrace the learning? I'm sure most of us are embracing the AI journey, but it has to come from an expense of unlearning something else, which is the old method. W stands for worth. Now, this is not a net worth. This is not the possessing houses, money, job, relationship, everything that is material. This is not about net worth. It's about time, energy, and health. Let's talk about time. So time is a rare commodity. And for us, as we grow older, it becomes a precious commodity. Talking about energy, For the young generation, plenty of energy. For the older generation, energy becomes scarce. We really have to bring it from inside to pull out energy and to re-energize ourselves. Let's talk about health. And one episode, for the people who know Stephen Bartlett, episode on the Diary of the CEO, one episode hit me in the heart. So he says, I have my kids, my family, my job, my business, my money, my investment. I can lose any of those, and I can rebuild. They're all sitting on a platform called health. The only thing I cannot lose is health, because if I lose it, all these things do not matter. So health became his number one priority, and he treats it that way. I'm trying to do that, I'll be honest with you. And a reflection to you. When was the last time you treated health as your first priority? So I'm 62 years old. I'm not slowing down. I'm setting the pace. My Garmin watch, for those who exercise, my fitness years says I'm 30 years old. The only thing that my knees strongly disagree with that. So I'm going to leave you with some reflection. What would life look like if you lived it raw? If you stopped performing and started showing up with presence, power, and purpose, I can guarantee you, you can start thriving right here, right now. So here we are. Let's go live the life raw. Thank you.